Hello, everyone. Welcome to my session at CLV Revolutions. And it's an absolute joy to be at an event that is so committed to helping you improve your customer lifetime value, that ultimate of e-commerce success statistics. In my session, I'm going to be talking about how CLV relates to the whole customer journey. We're going to look at the sort of traffic source mix you want to be looking for and tips on how to improve that. We're going to look at how to improve your messaging to improve orders across the customer journey. We're going to look at promotions and structuring them right, because of course that is so crucial in a year when all the costs are going up and the customers' costs are going up too. You've got to get those promotions perfect if you want to drive the best results for your business. And I am not going to do a recap of all the crazy stuff that's happened over the last few years, because quite frankly, you lived it. You don't need me to tell you about it. But the one thing I will say about it is it's left us in a world where we need to be better marketers. And so everything I'm going to be taking you through today is to help you take that step up to become a better marketer, which is kind of step one on creating a great customer lifetime value within your business. You'll see there's a link at the bottom there. That is chloelink.com/CLVREV, short for CLV Revolutions. And if you go to that link, you don't have to give me your email address or anything, but it will give you a whole load of links to useful resources that connect with the things I'm telling you about today, including anything I mention, links to the stats of anything I mention. And you can also download this slide deck, which as we go through, you'll see there's some quite useful templates in there for you that you can get as well. So I'll keep that on the screen for a little while and I'll repeat it at the end so you can make sure you've got that link and you've got all those good things. Like I said, totally free and no requirement for you to give me your email address either. So who am I? Who is this woman telling you she's going to help you improve your CLV? Well, my name's Chloë Thomas. I am the host of two podcasts, the Keep Optimising Podcast, recently named a top digital marketing podcast for 2022. I'm the host of the eCommerce MasterPlan podcast that's recently been named the #1 podcast for Shopify stores, which I still don't quite believe myself, but there we go. Very, very cool. The eCommerce MasterPlan podcast has been around for, 7 years now. And each week we release an interview with a different e-commerce brand owner like you, sharing how they're doing what they do. And the Keep Optimising podcast, each month we focus on a different marketing method. And each week I get a different expert on to discuss it with me and to give you all the goodness on how to improve it. And I've been in e-commerce for nearly 20 years now. I started off client side, working at an omnichannel retailer here in the UK. Yes, in the early 2000s, we were selling via stores, physical real world stores, the website and a mail order catalogue. It was challenging. The technology was not what it is today. I then ran a marketing agency for 10 years, and now I am lucky enough to essentially think and speak for a living. And I do that a lot via my podcast, and then people very kindly invite me to speak at events like this one. So today I will be sharing my latest thoughts with you on what you should be doing to make your business successful. So that's enough about me. Let's crack on with the presentation. So we need to all get on the same page before we get deeper into this. So this is part of my customer master plan model that I introduced to the world in my book, eCommerce Marketing, How to Get Traffic that Buys to Your Website. And essentially it drills e-commerce down into 6 circles and 5 arrows, which are the customer journey. So you have over on the left-hand side, you've got the world. That's everyone out there in the world. They may or may not have heard of your business. Then you've got the visitors. These are people who've made it to your website. Inquirers are people who've given you their email address or their SMS number. First-time buyers, people who bought from you once. Repeat buyers, people who bought from you twice. Regular buyers, people who've bought from you more than twice. So it could be 3, could be 4, could be 5. How much do we love our regular buyers? And the stages are where we do our work. Our job as e-commerce marketers, as e-commerce brand owners, is to work out which stage we should be focusing our effort in to make the biggest impact this quarter, this month, this year, and also what we should be doing in that stage to move as many customers as possible from the left-hand side to the right-hand side as quickly as possible. That is basically our job as people trying to create e-commerce success. And it's been really helpful, but I'm going to bring you into my new model in a couple of slides time. Sneak preview there, shouldn't have said that. So what is the key thing here? Well, the question you should always be asking yourself is, to have the biggest impact on my CLV, in which stage should you spend your time, money, energy? Now, this is not a trick question. You may be thinking, well, obviously stage 5, that's where I create my regular buyers. Well, no, because as the title of my session is, a great CLV starts at the beginning. So should you be spending all your time and energy in stage 1, bringing the right people to your website? Well, yes, but no. So the answer to this really is you should be working across the whole mix. The better the quality of customers you bring in at the beginning, the better a fit they are for your brand, the better they fit for your products, your values, your mission, your story, etc., the more likely you are and the faster you will get them through the different stages across those different circles and turning them into regular buyers. You recruit the wrong person at the beginning with a bad promo, with bad messaging that appeals to the wrong sort of person, with bad targeting in the wrong places, on the wrong platforms, to the wrong lists, then you're going to really struggle to turn them into regular buyers. The great news for that is if you're a startup, if you're very early stage, maybe you're only in your first year, the more work you do now on getting the right customers in, the easier it's going to be down the line. So everything you do right now is going to be benefiting you in years to come. So where do you work? Because you can't work in all the stages all the time. So I guess the real answer, if we added the word now in there, to have the biggest impact on CLV now, in which stage do you spend your time, money, energy? Well, it depends on your business. I know, the most annoying answer in the world of marketing and e-commerce. It depends. Depends on how big your business is. It depends on where you've got blockages. It depends on where you've got the opportunity, the time, the money, the resources to improve. That I know is frustrating. So the new model I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes' time is designed to help you make those decisions easier, to help you fast track your path to success. Because I like trying to help you guys solve your own problems to enable you to do that. So that's what the new one is. We'll get onto that very, very shortly. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we all need to become better marketers. And the key thing in becoming better marketers is that we need to not have all our eggs in one basket. We've seen over the last 10 years, lots of brands get really big by focusing on just one marketing method. Maybe they got great at email marketing. Probably they shouted a lot about Facebook ads. Maybe they doubled down on influencer marketing. Those times are over. If you want to do well now, you need to be diversifying your marketing and what you're doing in your business. That means you need to be working out who you're speaking to and how you're speaking to them to get the biggest effort, the customer piece. You need to be working on your creative and upping your game on the creative. Competition's up, customers want more connection. Creative is super important now. It's a skill we all need to be improving upon. And you need the right marketing mix. You need to be doing that across all those stages. Complicated, I know, but as I said, I'm here to try and help make that better for you. So this is, I mentioned it a couple of times now, the new version of my customer master plan model that is called the traffic that buys model, because it's designed to help you get more traffic that buys to your website. And it's a kind of a decision-making tool, a reminder tool for you. So let me explain it. We've obviously been through the circles and the stages. They stick around because we still care about the whole customer journey. Above those circles, you've got the traffic section, which is 3 types of traffic you should be using in every single one of those stages across your business. You should have some automated marketing going on, probably SMS or email, could be direct mail, maybe other elements you're able to automate, stuff that you just set. And don't forget, you review maybe every couple of months to improve your performance, to optimize and so forth. Then you've got some free marketing. And we put that in quote marks because let's face it, no marketing is really free. It's going to take you time. You may be paying an agency, but it's stuff like organic SEO, organic social, word of mouth, those elements that come in here. And then paid obviously includes Facebook ads and Google ads. It also includes influencers, anything where you're paying to get that traffic through directly for that, to get that traffic through to your website. So affiliates would fit in there too. So having those multiple types of marketing going on in each stage, the sum is greater than its parts. So if you're only doing one, you're not going to make as much impact as if you're doing all 3. So you need that mix. Hence, we have to become better marketers because we've got to do more. Then underneath the circles, we've got the message element. And this has massively increased in its importance over the last few years, partly because competition's gone up, partly because our customers are wanting more from us than just here's a cool product, buy it. They want a reason, they want a why, they want to know more about us, they want to feel a connection. So I've drilled message down into two parts for you: the right promotions and connection. Now, later in this presentation, I'm going to dive deeper into promos and connections because I figure you all hear enough about traffic. Let's face it, I run a podcast on it. I've written books on it. There's a million ways you can work out how to find the right traffic sources and how to optimize those and do great things with them. There's a lot less content around promotions and connection. So I'm going to dive into those later. But first, I wanted to share a lovely template that's going to help you turn this model into action quickly for your business, an action that can make a difference on your customer lifetime values and your sales for Q4, Black Friday, holiday season, etc. It can make an impact for you this year. So how you use this model is essentially you turn it into this very simple template, which becomes your one-page marketing plan. You look at what you're doing for each stage in automated, free and paid, and what the promotions and the connection methods you're using or messages are that you're using in each of those stages. Now, you may be going, oh my word, that's an awful lot of work, Chloe. Well, let me share with you the quick start guide. And I've got the link up the top there because you can download the slide deck, which will give you these templates to use in your business. So first off, fill in the boxes, what you are doing right now. And a bit more than just email, put welcome campaign for stage 2, stage 3 even, inquiries to first-time buyers. You're running a post-email sign-up welcome campaign. Stage 2, maybe you're running a 10% off if you sign up to our emails promo or a competition, or you've got a wheelie spin thing, whatever it might be. So write in what you do now, write in what the promotions and the connection methods are you're using there as well. Then make sure everything you're currently doing is consistent, because if we want to do customer lifetime value growth, we have to be creating a consistent relationship with our customer throughout their lifetime with us. You don't want in stage 1 to be saying we're all about discounts, and by stage 3 you're saying we're all about the planet. There's got to be consistency through that. Yes, they're going to tweak between those stages, and some things will become more visible and less visible, but the core has to be consistent throughout. So make sure everything is working together and the same messages are being given out across the mix. That hopefully is not going to be too difficult, but the good thing about it is it probably isn't going to cost you anything apart from a bit of time, and it will quickly impact the performance you're seeing. Number 3, upgrade the green rows. Yes, I'm not going to tell you to start another traffic channel right now. I'm going to tell you you need to improve and get really clear on what your promotions should be in each stage to each group of customers, and then get really clear on how you build that connection with them, the creative, the movement marketing, the sustainability, the story, the mission, the values, whatever it is you need to do that, because they are kind of like, the green bits are like the oil that greases the wheel. The better you do them, the faster the whole thing moves, the lower your acquisition costs become, the more loyal your customers become. They just keep giving. So putting the work in to get those right will very quickly bring you benefits. And then start filling in the gaps in the blue rows. Now you can do all of that. You can do 1, 2, and 3, 1 and 2 pretty quickly. Number 3, you should be getting well into as we go into Q4. Number 4 may well take you until next year to do, but that's the quickest way to start approaching, the quickest way to start seeing an impact, a positive impact on your business. Okay, like I said, if you go to chloelink.com/CLV Rev, you can download this slide deck. I don't even want your email address. You can just download it, and then you'll get these templates and these instructions too. So I did say I was going to dive in for you for the rest of the session on how to improve those green bits, the difficult parts, the promotions and the connection part. We're going to start off with promotions, the right offers. This is one of my marketing mantras. A promotion exists to get the customer to do what you want them to do as cheaply as possible. I would like to put this on the wall of every e-commerce business in the land. And if you're all working from home, I want to slap it along the bottom of your screen. So you're constantly reminded that you've got to think about the promotions you're putting together, both to make sure they do what you want the customer to do, Do you even know what you actually want the customer to do? Buy is not a good enough answer. And that you're constructing those offers to bring the maximum benefit to your business. So to help you do this a bit, because I don't have a lot of time to dive into this here, but to help you out, think about what is your goal? What is it you're trying to get the customer to do? Do you want to increase their AOV? Do you want to improve the conversion rate? Do you want to drive their first order? And if you want to drive their first order, what product is it you want them to buy? Because not all products are designed or are working in your business to drive the right customers to buy. 2, who is the customer you are targeting with this? That's both a case of going, is it turning visitors to inquirers? Is it turning inquirers to first-time buyers to second-time buyers, repeat buyers to regular buyers? It's also which segments within that? Is it people who've previously built garden ornaments that we want to sell more garden ornaments to? Is it people who've previously bought fine art jigsaws that we want to start trying to buy contemporary jigsaws? I don't know if you should be doing that, but you need to know which customers you're doing and what it is you're trying to get them to do. And then you can look at what the cheapest option is. Now, remember, you have lots of things you can do. You can do vouchers, you can do free gifts, you can plant a tree or give something to charity. You can do a discount, you can do a money off, you can do a check. One of the UK very successful mail order businesses sends a fake check to their customers. So it feels like the customer has money in their hand, which if they don't place an order, they don't get to spend. Multi-buys, bundles, mystery boxes, competitions, delivery discounts and upgrades. All of these are different things you can use. Some of them are more expensive than others. They all bring different levels of response as well. So there is some maths involved here, people. Then we have those kind of neuromarketing phrases that we know get customers to take action, like new, last chance, bestseller, user-generated content, PR coverage we've had, the story behind the business, the empathy, the urgency, the FOMO. These are all things which can help move people faster to purchase, help get them to spend more fastly with you. So a lot you can do in promotions. It's not as simple as going, oh, we'll just take 10% off that, or we'll just do a discount on that one. Really think it through, which this year especially, as those costs are going up for all of us, really crucial to consider this to make sure that you are making the right margin and profit decisions for your business. And I said that this has the power to bring in the right customers as well. There's an amazing business, small business in the UK called Neves Bees, who create products from the produce of their own beehives, and they are on a bit of a mission, a big mission, to help bees and to plant more wildflowers as part of that. So their incentive to first-time buyers is, we'll give you a free gift with your order, and that free gift is a packet of branded wildflower seeds. Now, that's incredibly cheap for them to do. They buy a massive sack, print off some small seed parcels, brand it up, and put the seeds in there. But it's very, very much on mission. If the person buying from them is excited about that free gift, they are the right sort of person to be buying from the business, because they understand the full value stack of the business, and they're much more likely to come back and buy again. So think about how you can align your promotion to really appeal to the type of customer you want to be bringing into your business, the type of customer you want to be buying again as well. Because those who buy again are super important, especially when it comes to CLV. Now, I came across these stats a couple of weeks ago, so I just had to include them. They're from Diversify, and I'll put a link in that resources link for you. And this is the percentage of customers who come back and buy again. So of those who bought once, 30% on average will come back and buy again. Those who bought twice, 48%. Those who bought 3 times, 55%, 60%, 64%, and so forth. What's really interesting, though, is that a lot of people will make a second purchase within a very short span of time. 15 to 20% of those first-time buyers will buy again within 7 days. So really do consider putting something in your parcels to encourage that second purchase. I also wanted to quickly mention Look Fabus Forever. This is our brand new guest on the eCommerce MasterPlan podcast live this week, and we're talking about this stuff with Janice about the business and how she's growing their sales. Hugely successful business who sell makeup for the older generation. As you can see, they're pretty focused on this homepage on getting that first order with a big 20% off discount. Where things become really interesting, and we talk about this on the show, is when they are looking to get that second purchase. Now, they have worked out that if someone buys both makeup and skincare from them, they become much, much more valuable to them. They get a much better customer lifetime value. So they're getting the second purchase is all about getting them to buy from a second range. If you've got that kind of insight in your business, hugely powerful, and something that really, really must be on that one-page table I was showing you earlier. Okay, connection. We're going to race through this one. Connection. This is all about building that consistency of messaging, that consistency of relationship with your customers, so they know you are the people they want to be buying this from, because they feel some kind of connection with you. Maybe you have the same values, you support the same causes, you solve their problems, you help them, all that kind of emotional stuff. Part of that is upping our creative game. I'm sure there's lots of stuff going on about that in this conference, so I'm not going to dive into that. But what we really need to work out before we even start upping our creative game is what sort of connection our customers want from us. We need to understand the empathy they want to feel with us, how they want to feel that connection with us. And I put some links to some resources in terms of how to help with the empathy piece, because that's multiple presentations in one go. So I'll put some links in how to do that. But really, if you want the quick way, read your customer service responses, read your user-generated content, see how they're emoting about your product as they go through the buying journey. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about was sustainability, because to create a connection with customers, we need to help them. We need to make their lives easier. We need to work out how we can relate to them. This is stats Klaviyo put out earlier this year based on a UK consumer shopping trend survey, which is 89% of people say sustainability is important to them, but only 27% of people regularly buy sustainable products. Now, every marketer knows there's always a gap between what people will say they do and what they actually do, but it's not usually 50 percentage points. So there's a gap in here. Klaviyo say, are these people all talk? My theory is they're confused. We get confused as we try and buy sustainably. Should I buy cotton? Should I buy wool? Should I buy recycled plastic bottles for my next, jumper? I don't know. It all gets too complicated. It gets too complicated. Oh, I'll just buy the one I like. So people get tired trying to make these decisions. So how you can help them is it all starts by being transparent. This is a really simple example. This is Joe Brown's in the UK fashion business. They are on a stepping stone to sustainability. Just on the order form, they've stated what they're doing as they're moving forward. You don't have to be perfect, but you do need to be honest. Paper Republic, brilliant stationery brand out of, I think it's Vienna in Austria. They've recently appointed a chief sustainability officer. And this is the email they sent out to their customers to explain how they are being more transparent about their sustainability. And even if you're thinking, oh my God, that's too overwhelming, just create one of these ethics checks lists on your website, which just clearly, for those customers who are going, well, it's got to be vegan, it's got to be cruelty-free, it's got to be paraben-free, it's got to be net zero, it's got to be not, saving water, it's got to be recycled, it's got to be this. Whatever you are, just create that tick list. Might sit on the homepage, might sit on the about page, make it easy to find. So when customers are just double checking, they can make those double checks about your business. Huge consumer trend, this piece, and one where if you simply take this particular example forward, you can make some quite quick improvements very easily. Okay, so that's my quick run through of how to improve the green areas in the traffic that buys model. We've also talked through the rest of, how you can make this work for you, how you can pull all of this together to make your business more successful. You can download all those resources at chloelink.com/CLV Rev. You can download the slide deck, print out those templates. And I would love to hear what the results are. This is a brand new model that I've been working on over the summer. I'm only telling people about it as of this week. So I'd love to hear how you get on with it. And I hope it helps you make your marketing, your business more successful this year and beyond. Thank you, everybody.